Hello, everybody, and welcome. We're here today with the Chinook from Miltech in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. We're also staged on the outside of LA in the San Gabriel Valley Airport, just on just close by where the fires are happening right now in California. Now, if you look, those clouds, far as I'm aware, because they're in the exact location where the fires are representative of the smoke from the fires. So we're gonna fly up through the mountains here, in the outside Pasadena and so on. And I mean, the smoke a moment ago was a lot more, a lot bigger. It's kind of they've kind of faded away, but I mean, it's kind of crazy seeing that the smoke from the fires are represented in flight sim. It's interesting, but I mean, it's also, I mean, it's not good. Lots of property damage has been done. Let's go ahead and get in the cockpit. Lots of property damage has been done. I believe that the last report was there's over 12,300 structures destroyed, and almost close to 41,000 acres of burn between the Eaton fire and the Palisade fire, and I believe there was one other smaller one. I don't know where that one was at, the Hearst fire. But the biggest one of them all was the Palisade fire, which that was a highly destructive fire. But we're looking at the Eaton fire. Ooh, that's not good. Let's go ahead. I'm going to recalibrate my head tracker. There we go. Head tracker is recalibrated. Let's go ahead and let me readjust my mic. Look over here and turn on the battery. APU power on. APU generator and the other generator on. There we go. That's starting up. We'll do the hydraulics. We'll also do these back here, the EAPS fan and doors. Fuel valves are open. Position lights, no. There you go. And collision lights are on. We're gonna also put these in the ground already. And let's see, everything looking good so far. Let's go ahead and start the engines. Yeah, it's kind of crazy when you think about it, that the smoke is represented, or at least is being detected enough by weather radars to be put into the sim. So we'll give this a moment. We're also going to come down here. Put that to both. All right, start up engine one. That should go out. That should go out right there. It is. That all goes out now. We'll just wait for this last one to go out. Kick off the APU. APU generator is going to be shut off. There it is. All we have is a parking brake now. APU is shut off. Well, we can clearly see the map's not working. So Miltech needs to work on that, it looks like. All right, RPMs are up. We're ready for takeoff. Everything's back down. Torque's good. Let's go ahead and disengage brakes, and we're going to go ahead and launch from our staging spot. And we're off. And we're up and away. Smoke seems to be fading. There's smoke way down there. Or at least that's clouds that I'm believing are representing smoke. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in this area. And I know that Santa Ana winds are starting to kick up again today. And for the next few days, it's going to be a very, very windy region again because of a deep trough that's coming down from Canada, from the Arctic. Because I know here in Ohio, it is going to get bone-chilling cold. All right, there's our Irwindale Speedway. Oh, look at that racetrack. The Santa Anita horse racetrack is over there. I mean, if the winds are coming from the north, and if these fires come this way, which I don't know which way they're actually like going, it looks like they're going more north, but if the winds push them this way, all this is at risk. But yeah, there's all of the clouds, which is representative of the smoke. It looks like a lot of it's now dissipating in the sim. Yeah, that's Santa Anita. Rose Bowl's over in that direction. But it's really, really, this place, really, when you think about California and when it gets dry like this, it's a tinderbox. Any little spark, especially when it's a red flag warning, anything will spark a fire, and it will, odds are it'll go out of control pretty quick. But when you look up in the mountains up here, I mean, if this is all like burning, there really isn't a I wouldn't say there's no houses, but there are. It's definitely more vegetation, and the fault really goes to California and their government, because the governing body of the state just isn't taking care of their the woods or the forest land and cleaning up, because there's so much dry wood and just shrubbery that just, well, it's a tinderbox. Like I said, it's they don't really, and this is all everything I say is my opinion, they just don't care. So in my personal opinion, it's California's government that's at fault for this fire, because, well, I mean, if they take care of their forestry and the land and clean up and do the cleanup that they need to do to prevent fires, it wouldn't get this far. Now, one, if this was a man-made fire, it's one thing if it's man-made, and probably a good chance that it was arson, but still, it wouldn't have got. My opinion on it as well. If it was cleaned up, this wouldn't have gotten this bad. Like I said, though, and I'm going to say this again, all my opinions is, I mean, it's all sad. It's all bad. But we're just flying through here, seeing what was. At least, and this is me just trying to be a positive person. At least there's the satellite imaging in the sim preserves what it would have looked like. All right, so we are riding, I believe that is, we're riding along what, the 210? 210's right down there. Yeah, that's the 210 we're coming up. It's to our left, it looks like, down there. But it looks like the smoke's kind of dissipated in the sim. It's a beautiful area, though. But I mean, I just can't imagine how apocalyptic the scene would be, living in this area and seeing the devastation, the smoke in the distance. If you're living in the LA, Long Beach area, I mean, that's got to be like daunting. Be like, wow, that's not far from home. I couldn't imagine walking outside my door and seeing it. We don't get wildfires here in Ohio. At least that, not in my lifetime I've ever heard of one. There's Santa Anita again. We're gonna go over to Pasadena. I think at one point Pasadena, where the Rose Bowl is, it was under evacuation, or at least they were warning on the potential evacuation, and because I guess the Rose Bowl stadium was in the line of path. But I think that was lifted, because I'm looking at the map right now of all the warnings in evacuations, and in that stadium is not, it's close, but they're not within it. And as far as I'm aware, and I'm sure everyone's seen videos of it and pictures of the Hollywood sign burning down, it is not burned down. That's all AI driven. People are very insensitive and trying to make people believe that the Hollywood sign's gone. It is not, as far as I'm aware at this moment. But yeah, I've been hearing there's been a lot of AI video and pictures out there of that, and it's just like, wow, you guys are kind of insensitive, trying to capitalize on everyone's fear and so on and so forth. It's just, some people are just not that smart. And I honestly haven't even heard if the California National Guard was called into duty to help out. I didn't hear anything about that. I would assume they have. And there's the Rose Bowl Stadium right directly in front of us. About to pass right over top of it. I think that's the Rose Bowl. Stadium looks like it. Yeah, it looks like the Rose Bowl. Only thing is, besides the Rose Bowl game, the college football, what else do they use that stadium for? Because that's the only thing I've ever heard of, is them using it for the Rose Bowl. And there's more clouds out in the distance right here, straight ahead. I'm pretty sure those are the Palisade. I think Palisade, maybe? No, that's too far to the north. That may be the Hearst fire. Maybe that is Palisade. I don't know. There's downtown LA. This whole region has so many people. I couldn't live in this area. Too many people. I like my rural areas. Marysville only has a population of maybe 19,000 people. I couldn't even guess how many people live in LA. There's the smoke right there in the distance. We're gonna go ahead and head back to San Gabriel Valley, if I can find it. I was gonna stage out of Long Beach, but that flight from Long Beach to these mountains was quite a haul. But I found it very interesting that the smoke from the fires was represented in the flight sim. Found it very interesting. But yeah, it's too bad this region doesn't deserve it. Never been to LA. Actually, I take that back. I think I have been to LA once. That was many years ago in the army. The only it wasn't long I was here. Not long at all. It was just a drive through because I was heading up to Fort Irwin for a National Training Center, the NTC Desert Training. I believe that's the airport directly ahead. Yep, I see it. Spent I don't even know how long. I want to say probably almost a month in the Mojave Desert, Death Valley. That was not the fun I wanted to spend. But yeah, I'm not a California person. I really don't wanna. I wouldn't come back out here. If I did, it would be somewhere more remote. No big cities. I'm not a big city person. I thought I had the airport in sight. I think that's it. I want to say that's directly ahead of me. Yep, there's smoke right there. Yeah, that's the airport, I believe. It's only one runway. Let's see if we can make a simple and smooth landing with this Chinook. Chinooks tend to be a little bit better of a landing for me than regular helicopters, unless it's the Super Puma. Super Puma has been pretty good for me. I put the link in a link above the tab for the last video I did of the Super Puma. Is that it? Yes, that is a runway. Good grief, I'm coming in hot. Oh, a little bit of glitch. Oh, I'm coming in hot. All right, let's see if we can do some tricky landings. That wind is stiff. Side sock. All right, fancy flying time. Let's see if I can pull it off and rotate. Trying to slow her down. Oh, she's picking her nose up too much. I'm trying to slow her down by picking the nose up. Come on. Come on. No. ran out of lights. Trying to get a stable. There we go. Not the best landing, but we didn't crash. It was a nice smooth landing, but it wasn't. I don't even know what the word I'm going to use. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Other than we landed, and it wasn't a hard hit. It was a nice smooth touch, but it wasn't pretty. But I hope everyone enjoyed the video, and well, like I've said, it's disappointing that this is happening in California right now. So I hope everyone has a great rest of their day, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Later.